With all the latest big news, discussion and talking points from the football world, this is Football Central. Evening all, hello and welcome to another Football Central, where today's game we are focusing on is Manchester United v PSG in the UEFA Champions League. And joining me tonight is JLIWheels. Good evening, JLIWheels.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm good mate. And also JLIWheels will also have some news, I think, also regarding his channel as well, so we'll tell you about that later.
Yeah, you could have waited to say about that later on, Will.
Oh, well, yeah, just to sort of, build up the, tension. I'll just move on, because that's quite awkward. So, as I said, today is Manchester United v PSG in the UEFA Champions League. It's Football Central. And do you want to do the team news?
I'll do the team news.
Okie dokie.
Okay, starting with Manchester United, it's De Gea in goal with a back four of Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire and Alex Telles. McTominay and Rashford as the holding midfielders. McTominay and Fred, sorry, not Rashford, as holding midfielders. Rashford and Martial either side of Fernandes, and then Cavani up front on his own. On the bench, Eric Bailly, Paul Pogba, Juan Mata, Mason Greenwood, Jesse Lingard, Daniel James, Timothy Fosu-Mensah, Odion Ighalo, Dean Henderson, Nemanja Matic, Brandon Williams and Donny van der Beek. For PSG, it's Keylor Navas in goal, with another, will it be a back four with them? Yeah, it will be with a back four of Alessandro Florenzi and Presnel Kimpembe. On the full backs with Marquinhos and Diallo in the middle. In midfield, Marco Verratti, Danilo Pereira and Leandro Paredes. And then Moise Kean up front with Neymar and Mbappe on either side. On the bench.
Hello, fellas. Sorry I'm late.
And we welcome Sam Taylor to the show. Hiya, Sam.
I had to help my mum do the dinner, so
it's okay. On the bench for PSG, Thilo Kehrer, Angel Di Maria, Rafinha, Sergio Rico, Leven Kurzawa, Ander Herrera. Oh God, what's his first name? The young lad, the left back, Baka, Idrissa Gueye, Latila, Dagba, Hembele and Fadiga. And I also want to do, if you don't mind, the teams for Chelsea, because they're obviously English, aren't they?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Starting off with Sevilla, Lucas Blackkic in goal, Jesus Navas and Karim Rekic at fullbacks, with Sergi Gomez and Diego Carlos at centre-half. Nemanja Matic and Nemanja Gugile in midfield, with Rodriguez and Vasquez, and then it must be Rodriguez. Rodriguez, I think is no, it won't be. Anyway, El Nazeri and Idrizi as well. On the bench, Lucas Ocampos, Johan Jordan, Luke De Jong, Munir Al Hadidi, Jules Koundé, Torres, Rodriguez, I think. No, that's Fernando, isn't it? Fernando, Gonzalez, Zazana, Pasta, Vasquez, and Romero. For Chelsea, in goal is Edouard Mendy, with Emerson and Azpilicueta as the fullbacks, Christensen and Rudiger as the centre halves. Jorginho and Kovacic in midfield, with Hudson-Odoi. He must be on the wing, surely. Havertz in the middle, Pulisic on the wing as well, and Giroud up front. On the bench, it is Kepa Arrizabalaga, Marcos Alonso, N'Golo Kante, Tammy Abraham, Timo Werner, Willy Caballero, Fikayo Tomori, Mason Mount, Ben Chilwell, Hakeem Ziyech, Billy Gilmore, and Reece James.
Thank you, JLIWheels.
How are we, Sam?
What's Romero doing this?
Romero?
We won about Sergio.
Didn't say Romero, did I?
Oh, Ivan Romero. Ivan Romero.
Oh, yeah,
It says
I don't
it.
know who he is, to be honest.
Alright.
Yeah. How are you, Sam?
I'm well. I'm just doing something in a minute. So you guys carry on.
He's been defeated today, haven't you, Sam?
Alright?
You've been defeated today, haven't you?
Yeah, did you notice I cut your call off when you
Yeah. Yeah. Very good. Very good. So we were talking just a little off air, Will, and you seemed a little unhappy about two things: no Dean Henderson and no start for Donny van der Beek.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh, sorry, Sam.
Is David De Gea back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dare is back. Yes.
Yeah, David De Gea is back. And I mean, we didn't get to have chance to talk about the game against Southampton.
No.
Henderson seemed to do okay once he came in goal, actually, and not that
Yeah,
De
we
Gea was
did.
having
Yeah.
Not that De Gea was having a bad game. I think he should have saved the Ward-Prowse free kick no matter what, in my opinion.
I think, yes, he got a hand to it, but I think it was too far in the corner.
He did very well. It was a good finish, wasn't it?
I mean, Southampton, again, we put ourselves into a difficult position. You know, it's.
I think they should have done a lot better. Obviously, I think Southampton, they were quite poor in letting it go, but a lot of the play once Cavani came on was obviously excellent, and
Yes.
United did deserve the win in the end.
Yes. They were lucky though. Again.
Yeah, always. You should never, as a top team, you shouldn't put yourself in that kind of position to
No.
where you sort of.
I disagree with that because it's going to happen once in a while, but we just do it consistently.
It's making me nervous now watching United.
Is that when you're not watching your cat?
That was only one game. That was only because it was really, really boring. But
No, I disagree. I think you do it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't watch my cat.
Just like some people have a fetish for feet, TubeMix has a fetish for cat.
Anyway, moving. Oh goodness, it's getting interesting.
You don't want to be throwing that around. Will's got a cat fetish.
It's free. RB Leipzig 3. Istanbul 2 in the Champions League.
Here's the headline: Will loves pussy. Just quickly before we talk about the games in the Champions League, it's a big day as well in England, especially for football fans. We know Carlisle have got 2,000 fans back in them, and the return of fans in general is going to be huge.
Yeah.
and something that, as somebody that will go to grounds quite regularly, it's something that fills me with quite a lot of emotion, and I'm looking forward to going back. And good luck to all the teams today,
Absolutely.
especially the ones that've got fans there, and we'll see. I think now. Whether that sort of the home advantage and all that kind of thing, whether it does make a difference.
I think it will at the smaller grounds. I'm not so sure about the bigger grounds, but we'll see.
Yeah. This is obviously it's a big game because it is who it is in terms of United versus PSG. Cavani starting against his, the team that he was the leading goal scorer ever for.
Certainly for quite a few seasons after Ibrahimovic left.
I think he is PSG's highest goal scorer of all time, isn't he, Cavani? I'm sure I read that somewhere.
Sounds right, yeah.
In which case, that's massive, and it'll be obviously emotional for him. Also, there's the return of Angel Di Maria and Ander Herrera to Manchester if they.
Yep, two United
today.
old boys.
For Chelsea, you can see clearly it's a rotation team. For me, apart from Mendy, obviously, and no Thiago Silva, Emerson playing. So I think is actually the better of the two out of Alonso and Emerson. So I agree with that.
I wouldn't trust Kepa to save a fish.
So it just depends, I guess. It depends for both teams. I think Sevilla obviously are the other team that are looking to qualify, or they might have already have done it. I think so. For both of these teams, really, I don't think there's that much riding for Chelsea or for United. Obviously, finishing top of the group would give them a more favourable draw in theory. But there are some difficult teams. We've seen Shakhtar Donetsk have beaten Real Madrid twice in the Champions League group this year.
And Real Madrid are now out of the Champions League for this season.
Like we've said, yeah.
Is this the last round of fixtures, or is there one more left?
There's one more, but I think Real Madrid are out, yeah.
And how about aren't Chelsea and Sevilla? I think aren't they both on the same points?
Yeah.
So and they're playing each other tonight. So I think they've both qualified. It's just who qualifies first and who qualifies second, I think.
That's exactly it, yeah.
And how about I think are we through yet, Will, or do we need to win tonight?
I think we need to win tonight, I think.
Depending on other results.
Yes.
Probably. Yeah. And yeah, it's been good for the English clubs. Liverpool got through, didn't they, last night?
They did, yeah.
And City are through, aren't they? So.
Yeah, they only drew the other day, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They struggled a little.
Yeah.
So yeah, I my feeling is that we'll see maybe a low scoring games tonight, unless it was my understanding that United have qualified, but I don't know. Well, what have they done? Played 4, 1-2, lost 1.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Played 4, 1-2. We drawn 1.
No, because you beat PSG. It's 1-3 and lost 1.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Where can we see? Oh, apologies.
Go on.
Where can we see the game being won and lost then? For the first of all, for the Chelsea game.
For the Chelsea game, I guess it depends.
I
Who
think,
starts better.
yeah, I think it's both teams are qualified, so there'll be a freedom. You say about low-scoring games, and I agree for teams that have to look at qualifying and that won't want to, lose or put the position in jeopardy. But the Sevilla-Chelsea game is actually a game that I think will be quite high-scoring, because I think both teams are at liberty to go for it because they're both through. So.
Yeah.
I think as well, just to back that up, because I understand where you're coming from, Sam. I think there's so many question marks on Chelsea and sort of goal scoring prowess that it would be good for them to just absolutely batter a team.
Yes.
Because I think
What do you think about
Chelsea.
Giroud back into
I like Giroud. His header against Rennes was brilliant.
Yeah, and his goal at the weekend as well.
What goal?
He scored in the Premier League, didn't he? When he came on off the bench.
Against Rennes.
It was 0-0.
In the Champions League, he scored against Rennes. The last Champions League game.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
And it was a good goal. His role at Chelsea, I think, very much has been kind of the old, experienced head. I see a lot of similarities in his play with Abraham. So he's clearly had a couple of words with Tammy. And yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens. The only person that I really want to see some more from, because I think he's the best of the lot signings wise, is Havertz.
Yes.
And I think obviously his positive COVID test came at the worst time, because it's one of the times where Chelsea have sort of developed into a very, very good side. And he has made some errors as well, Havertz. Obviously, in the Southampton game, he's the one that gave the ball away to Danny Ings for Danny Ings to round Kepa and score.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing him for United.
Chelsea.
We're going to United.
Oh, sorry. Right.
At the moment, they are the proverbial lucky team. So
yes.
I'd have to say
they played well in the Champions League overall, apart from that Besiktas result.
I don't know. Both the games against Istanbul, I mean, defensive mistakes really, wasn't it, against them the first game, and then complacency almost. Complacency crept in, and you got away with one, really.
Yes, well, it feels like we've been getting away with every game, really, this season.
So, it's important that, they still play well and do the right things and get the victory. Neymar and Mbappe and Moise Kean is doing brilliantly.
He is, isn't he?
Is he scoring? Is he scoring goals?
I know he scored. I'll tell you how many he scored at the minute. I know he has scored a lot. Just bear with me a minute. I can hear lots of noise coming from the other room, and I don't know why. Hang on.
Close the door. Also in the Champions League, Borussia Dortmund are playing Lazio. The big absence is Erling Haaland. He's out with a hamstring injury.
Is Jude Bellingham playing?
Yes, Jude Bellingham is playing. He's 17.
He's having a great time, isn't he, in Dortmund?
Yeah,
I like him.
I can't believe how young he is.
Yeah. Did you see his interview he did when he left Birmingham? It was really heartfelt.
I watched it, I think.
Moise Kean has scored 4 in 6 games in the league and 2 in 4 in the Champions League, which is 10 in 6, 6 in 10.
Not bad.
It just shows that he's. I mean, what's the difference? And he's playing with better players in the Farmers. league, but you know, like it just shows that he has got talent, and I wonder if PSG will take him on, or I don't think there's an option to buy it there at the end of the season.
I think knowing Ancelotti though, if he does score a lot, Ancelotti will want to keep him.
Yeah, but he's playing Champions League football now, and he's probably not going to get that with Everton.
Yeah, I think the only thing about Keane for me is that there have been question marks
About his attitude, hasn't there?
About him as a player generally, because he came to Everton, an absolute coup really, because he was one of the, he was the most promising player in that Juventus team, playing for Italy at 17, scoring on his debut.
I was surprised that Juve sold him.
Kind of like the Italian Bellingham, really.
Yeah, why did they sell him?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess. Well, I wouldn't know. Maybe. What did Everton pay for him? 30 mil or something like that. No,
I think so. Yeah.
I think it was very, very cheap on it.
Yeah.
And in the modern market, for somebody that showed as much promise as Keane did, I think he was very cheap. And on to Will's point about Bellingham, he was what age was he when he scored for Birmingham against Stoke? Wasn't he only 15?
16, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah, so he is very young, and that's always a good thing, I think, because as a young player.
He seems a nice lad. I have to say.
He seems grounded, doesn't he? Thankful, but he's enjoying it.
I think that's something that's necessary nowadays, because young footballers don't necessarily earn it like they do.
Yeah, and so sometimes they don't know, do they, really, how to sort of react, really.
Well, it's a lot of fame at such a young age.
Yes.
And you think, we've all been teenagers, and you're trying to find yourself in the spotlight, can be somewhat difficult.
Yeah, it's the same with child stars, like people who are child actors as well. There's so many stories of them doing well, and then, oh yes, everything's good, and then everything suddenly goes downhill, and they go into just a downward spiral from there.
Have you just seen what I've seen?
I know what I was just going to text at you, yeah. What time are we doing this till, Will?
Well, the game starts at 8. So I guess till 8. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Right.
Unless say if Duncano comes on and it.
Yeah. The thing is, Will, we kind of need to go.
Really? Right. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. I'll wrap up here now then.
I'm sure we could delay it till 8, but we probably couldn't go much further.
Right. Do you want me to wrap up, boys?
What do you think?
I would feel better if we did. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Right, guys.
Should we get some predictions in?
Oh yeah. So what's your predictions just before we go?
I'm going to go United to win against PSG. I couldn't tell you a scoreline, but I know they're going to win because they always get the luck, don't they?
But then we say they're going to win, and then they end up losing.
And I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw between Sevilla and Chelsea.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go for Chelsea to win 2-1. I'm going to go for United to win. It'll be a narrow win. They'll put themselves a lot of pressure. I think Cavani will score. I really do.
I think that would be a great story if he did.
It would. I think it's in the script. I really do.
Has he not been banned?
No, I don't think.
Oh no! Because he's.
Tell you what we'll do. We will definitely do extra time with you though, because I do feel bad for leaving, but I think obviously
no. That's fine.
You're gonna know why we're gonna need to leave.
Yes.
You know, I'm sure you
Yes, I
can
do, but
understand.
obviously we won't say on here.
But we will be back later on to do post-match, won't we, Sam?
Yeah, I'll just say my football, my predictions. I'm gonna go PSG 3, Man United 1, and Chelsea 2, Sevilla 4.
Oh, right,
All
okay,
right, mate.
well,
Just because I beat you in the beard competition, is that it?
No, I just got a feeling I think Sevilla are very good in Europe. So
Yeah, they are. They are.
good points. Okay,
Yeah,
my
we'll be back
thanks to
later
Jill.
on.
Oh, sorry.
You're very welcome, Will.
My thanks to
Anytime.
JLIWheels and Sam Taylor for your company, boys. It's always
yeah,
great
sorry
to
I
be
was late, and sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
No,
with,
no,
rushed off.
it's fine, boys. If you want to, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the TubeMix channel, and we'll see you for extra time about 10, I think.
Might be a bit later than that, like 10:30 maybe.
Yeah, 10:30. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll see you
Alright.
later. If you want
See
to,
you
like,
later.
share, comment, and subscribe to the TubeMix channel, and stay safe and